Hello, my name is Kyle Desilets from Winnipeg, Canada, and this is my grade 12 IB computer science project. For my project, I have made Battleship, so let's get right to it. I'll start the program up here, and we are met with our intro screen. This intro screen is just a little welcoming message. It tells you some simple instructions like how do you place your ship down here. It tells you that you need to place all 5 of your ships, and then once you place them, you get to take turns shooting. Hits are marked with black, misses are marked with gray, etc. So if we click on the screen, we're brought to the actual game, and we have two grids here, player 1's grid, player 2's grid. Player 1's grid is active right now, player 2's is deactivated because player 1 starts. We have our legend here with our 5 ships and our buttons that are used to place the ships along with the ship lengths. We have a high score table here. We have an instruction box. We have a direction chooser, a reset button, and a quit button. So first things first, player 1 needs to place all 5 of their ships, and then I'll switch over to player 2, they'll place all 5 of theirs, and then switch back to player 1, they'll take their shot, player 2 will take their shot, etc. until the game ends. So let's place player 1's battleship here, facing upwards. You can see it's been placed properly, and it's also echoed to the instruction box. And next we will place our cruiser facing downwards over here. Now let's try placing our frigate facing left right here. And you can see it will be overlapping the cruiser. It will be placed right here. But no, player 1, you can't place that there. It's an illegal placement because it's being overlapped over another ship, so you need to choose a new position. Even if you try putting on the battleship, same thing happens. You're not allowed to do that. So we'll put it over there. We'll put our submarine down over here, and we'll put our minesweeper up here. And now you can see this button has appeared after I placed the minesweeper. Once you're ready to switch, player 1 has placed all 5 of their ships. Once you're ready, you click this, both of them will disappear. And then once player 2 is ready to do their turn, they'll click this button again, and their grid will appear. So now they'll go through the same process. They'll place all 5 of their ships. It doesn't matter where they go. And you can see it's been disabled. I'll switch back to player 1, and now it's time to take turns shooting at each other. Let's shoot. Where did I place them? Maybe let's try here. No. You can see it was marked gray around the outside of that box, and this button has also been disabled for the next turn, so you can't click on the same position again. You can see over here we've missed. We'll switch back over to player 2, we'll do the same thing. It's gray once again, we've missed. So when we switch over to player 1 again, let's fire on G3. G3. You can see this one's marked with black, and if you look at the instructions, player 2's frigate has been hit. And that's correct, the frigate's right here. It's been struck. The game will continue until all 5 ships have been completely destroyed. At that time, the winning player will be prompted with a message box asking for a 3-letter initial to be stored with their score here in the high score table, which is stored inside of a text file here. So we don't need to go through this entire game. I have one game here that is almost finished just to save time. Player 2 has just finished their turn. Switch over to player 1, you can see all their ships are down in the corner down here. Been taking random shots. Switch over to player 2 again, and you can see they're almost all taken out except for this last little bit of the minesweeper. Once we click this, I'll be prompted with the message box. Here it is. Now we can just enter our 3-letter initial. Just do 3 U's. Actually, no, that one's in the high score already. Let's do all G's so we can see it. So this is 18 turns. It should appear right at the top. You can see it has. So now I'll show you how it's actually dealing with the high score. We'll quit this here. So here the text file is opened and stored inside of a linked list. The linked list, of course, was made from scratch by myself using generics. At that time, that's when the winning player's score will be added to the high score. And then the high score linked list will be split into two separate arrays. That's when I will be using a bubble sort method here to sort the scores, and it will actually sort the names along with them, but it doesn't sort the names based on their values, only the scores. That's how I went about sorting the numbers without worrying about the letters getting in the way. So after that, once the score has been sorted, if the length of it is more than 10, which is the maximum amount of scores I'm allowing to be shown in that high score, it'll delete the tail of the list. Then, once that is done, it is saved again and once again stored inside the text file. This game works for the majority off of action listeners, off of all these buttons in the grids, these buttons here. Once all 5 of the ships have been placed on both sides, that's when the game knows that it's time to be giving shots. So it's all off action listeners. There's no game loop in this. So that is it. That is my IB computer science project. I'm Kyle Desilets. Thank you.